A reward for our efforts. I expect Captain Brandt will know how to put what we've gleaned to good use. I expect Captain Brandt will want to hear of this. Say no more, Master. I know just where to find this person, and will guide you there post-haste.
The guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
The creature's corpse will serve us well.
You cut quite the hunter's figure.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
Materials such as this can be combined to craft things.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Must you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
Come to think of it, the private quarters of one Arisen I served had many a visitor, and rarely the same one.
Each to their own.
Another statue. Aught within me yearns to climb it.
I can foresee no reason not to go see it up close. That went as well as we might have hoped. Let us cast our eyes about and analyze the situation.
What should I do?
Over here!
We must rest, though the sun is still up. To this world I return. Ready? Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Off we go then.
I hope you slept well.
Living's hard, but dreams.
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by such a master.
The Goblin's Lair. I hope you can reclaim aught from the fiends. 'Twould bring me peace of mind. And to know someone taught them a lesson at least.
Uh-huh. There's something written here.
Let's have a look then.
Welcome to Beauty, and quality is what you need if you want to survive. So if we check the price, just remember Misers die early deaths. Hope to see you again. Fancy a look at my wares?
There are few things as exciting as receiving new equipment.
By what margin will it
How fare you, friend? We meet again. Would you care to stay and talk a moment? I'm glad. But sit down, won't you? I'm rather fond of this place. I ne'er imagined a city could be like this. So full of excitement. And how could I have? In all my life, I've hardly left the palace. My mother is quite strict. You understand. Oft did I long for a taste of normal life. Even aught as simple as going shopping. My mother has always procured the things I covet for me, so to pick out an item and obtain it with my own hand. Of course, in the end, you were the one who made the purchase. That's all right. I know you meant well. Besides, I can safely say 'twas still I wanted to give you something in return by way of thanks. My apologies, friend, but I'd best be going. I mustn't let thank you for indulging me. I do hope we'll see...
Could you come over here?
Gather round, gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller.
We're in the right place, but the one we're due to meet has yet to show.
Welcome to the stop. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Wonderful. Well met, sir. Fancy a gander? Fine wares.
There's no
Welcome to the... We serve all manner of fine ales here. Always a pleasure. Well met, sir. Fancy a gander? Fine wares.
I know I'm captivating, but spare my fellows a glance.
I've a knack for gathering items, and am ever on the hunt for new...
Welcome to the... We serve all manner of fine ales here. Come back any time.
I've things to do, if you don't mind.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. Have you divined aught of the false sovereign, your Majesty? This appears to be a bill calling for the arrest of a man named Dara. But hold a moment. Does this man's countenance not bear an uncanny resemblance to that of the false sovereign? I see. If your Majesty is certain that the two are one and the same, then I am convinced as well. However, I'm afraid this paper alone does not constitute sufficient proof. Ah, but of course. I surmise your Majesty intends to post the bill and invite suspicion. A clever plan. The Queen Regent will be forced to deny any connection to our new sovereign, yet will be unable to remove the bill from the public eye. Furthermore, 'twill serve as an attestation to Dara's existence, which shall remain an undeniable truth till the man resurfaces, and all the while, the doubts lurking in the hearts of the citizenry will continue to deepen. A clever ploy indeed. I shall attend to this matter personally. I have no doubt that this bill will prove its worth in due course. You have my gratitude, Your Majesty.
That thief maester's a capable sort. Wager this'll make. life rather difficult for the Queen Regent.
What should I get up to today?
Well, could use more places like this.
I've heard some interesting tidings about town.
Regarding the Vermundian military, yes?
'Twould seem the Queen Regent has made significant alterations to the chain of command.
Days like this make me glad with comfort.
But not at the expense of my duty. Wonder if anyone else will stay here with this.
Clean and tidy. What else needs doing?
What's got you in such a good mood? Do tell. This is for you.
I kip just about anywhere.
I don't tell half as many lies as my parents.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to... I sense eyes... Master, idle chatter shan't do our... 'Tis the time of day when cities and...
You need me at the Vanguard? Say no more. We're off to Vernworth Palace then.
Where
in the world, just as it should be.
no home to leave.
The road at your neck.
This way, if you please. Here already, are we?
I would appreciate... Appreciate your swift return, Master.
You are the Arisen, yes? The cat, follow me!
Haste.
Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards espy you, I will be forced to play my part. Pray, be cautious, Your Majesty.
Anyone gives me trouble, they will
My sword arm could use some work.
lengthy patrol to sharpness. Stubbornness is a kind of strength, I suppose.
This sort of quiet music.
Who's there? Pray, keep your voice low. 'Twouldn't be good for either of us if someone was summoned to come check on me. Could it be that you have come to bring Mother's schemes to light? Aye, Disa is my mother, Pray forgive me for not telling you sooner. 'Twas never my intent to deceive you. I simply feared that if I spoke the truth, none would wish to involve themselves with me. That is no longer a concern. 'Tis clear that we are allied in purpose. My word, you mean to say that you are the true Arisen? That the Sovereign currently residing in the palace is a pretender? Could Mother have had a hand in that as well?
Regent Kin Sven appears to be missing from his chambers. Have you seen him?
Me? No, sir.
Then start searching, you fool. Should aught befall the Regent Kin, 'tis us who'll answer to her grace.
Forgive me. My absence seems to have made this rather more difficult for us. You ought leave the palace at once. This room turned up little of interest, but I've a mind to look into this further. I shall send word to Captain Brandt if I discover aught you... I'll head out first and speak with the Sentinels. Use that opportunity to make good your escape.
Take it easy today.
Tis our duty to see this peace.
That'll teach him a lesson he won't soon forget.
We cannot accompany you there, Master, but fear not. You'll find us here when you return.
So, you've come. Captain Brandt bade me allow you passage.
First assess the field, then act accordingly. Polish up my gear for tomorrow. His armor's seen better days.
Have you come to release me from this jail? Who are you? Aha! Then we are presented with three options. Either the law of our world that allows only one, or Jesus arisen is false, or have you proof that you are arisen, as you say? Ah, they say the Arisen's breast bears a wound akin to the dragon's claw. By that mark, 'twould seem 'tis true. This reminds me of a happening 148 years ago. During the reign of Regent Alphonse, a man named Crusoe appeared and claimed to be Arisen. He went before the people, insisting that he, and not Regent Alphonse, was the true Arisen, the one fit to lead them as their ruler. And what befell him, you ask? Ha! Crusoe was discovered to be a liar, whereupon his head was liberated from his shoulders on the spot. Aye, I dare say your arrival portends another beheading, but whose will it be? Escape? But why? Here I spend my days perusing the code and deciphering old texts. I can devote all my time to my own interests. And I need not turn my ear to Deesa's absurd demands. 'Tis a paradise to me, this cell. That said, if you know of a place with a mountain of tomes I could delve into, I might rethink the matter. Tell me, does that ring? I suspected as much. Then we are done here.
I'd hasten home, were this not my duty.
What?
Never should have taken this shit.
At last! 'Tis a relief to be at your side again, Master.
Our party is reunited. Surely we can ask for no more than that.
I don't know what to do. What to do? What to do? I've no mother or father to speak of, you see.
So the nice people at the Gracious Hand take care. I wanted to get them a present to say thank you. And I thought a bunch of... The problem is, do you think you could help me? All I need is a bunch for true. I'm sure you'll find the prettiest flowers there.
Any loose coin about? Enough to make me rich?
I've no time to be social. I've too much.
It is no more or less than what one might have expected.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen your majesty... How fared your mission? Was there aught suspicious to be found in the Queen Regent's office? This scrap. 'Twas part of a letter. And from Batal, no less. This alone can prove little, but 'tis clear that Deeza's schemes run deep. To think, Deeza's actions have weighed even on the mind of her own son. 'Tis a surprise, but a welcome one. Deeza is the doting mother before the Regent King. If Regent King Sven is willing to aid us by drawing Deeza's focus, we may be able to gain more useful information. You have done well, Your Majesty. Though I am limited in the aid I'm able to offer.
Seems we were right to suspect the Queen Regent. We ought to keep an eye on her in the days to come.
I know...
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to... A place with books likely to entice Magistrate Waldo, you say? Not Kendrick of the Gracious Hand is versed in many things. Perchance he knows of such a place.
Over here! The person we seek isn't here. Perhaps we'd best come back later.
I dare say we shan't make much progress as things stand. What say we refresh our minds as to the details of our task?
I'd sooner stay out.
A good sleep will ensure we are... Good morrow, everyone.
Off we go then.
I hope you slept well.
Would that all my days were so tranquil.
This place is lovely. I might stay.
at your disposal. An ogre. Stand ready.
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
Strike! Right where it hurts!
Oh, we've got the beast reeling. If he keeps up, we'll knock its feet right out from under it.
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall.
Ask for better weather. I hope for today's adventure. I shan't allow any who can't be arisen to open me.
Do not falter. We will lay every ounce of our strength, but we can prevail. By your leave.
Tis the simplest task burning towards. Knock its feet out from under it, and strike ere it recovers.
I'd not dare attempt such a feat alone. Together, I think we can manage it.
I hope you weren't expecting first.
Our best bet is to set it. Then wrench it to the ground.
Interesting. I suppose we could try to tip the odds in our favour.
Really?
Oh, plan. Mind if I follow your lead?
By all means. This calls for a curative. If our destination is a distant one, travel by ox cart might be worth considering. Unless I am much mistaken, we have cause to visit a place not far from here.
Shall we head there now? It would save us having to make the trip again.
Hi. Faring well, I hope. Would you care to join me? I'd not say no to a bit of... I was hoping you'd say that. Do you know, I had a feeling we'd meet here today. Intuition, I suppose. Say, you're not from round here, are you? Are you a traveler? Have you seen many places? how I long to learn more of the outside world. She's always telling me how dangerous it is beyond the palace walls. But, after all, if the world truly is so perilous, what of the lives of our people? They must be fraught with uncertainty, subject to... It seems unfair that I alone should be shielded from that reality. But listen to me waffling on. Ah! I almost forgot. I happened upon this little curio the other day. My apologies, friend. But I'd best be going. Thank you for indulging me. I do...
Well then, son, how might I be of service? Welcome to and quality's what you need if you want to survive. So if all you check, many thanks. I appreciate the business.
Nothing caught your eye? That's a shame. Let's hope there's aught worth our coin next time.
Gold is a resource best spent judiciously.
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by...
Do some work.
Well, this simplifies things. Our task is nearly done.
We ought to make the delivery now, lest it should end up lost or misplaced.
I knew it to be so. It was an eventful journey, but we made it here all right.
Hoya Risen! Have you brought me a bunch of flowers already? Oh, just look at them. They're the... These should brighten the... Say, would you mind terribly if I asked you another favor? See, one of my friends taught me a magic spell. It's supposed to let you meet whomever you like. All you have to do is find a silver stone, put it under your pillow, and... But there's the problem. I've been looking all over for such a stone, and could you find a silver stone and bring it to me, Arisen? For true. And you... I'll be waiting.
Our next mission is to acquire a silver stone. Mayhaps silver ore will serve? We can purchase it or mine it up ourselves.
True enough.
Naught of import ever happens here, anyhow.
I expect this ore will suffice for the...
Oh, I can't find a silver stone anywhere. Have you fared any better? Oh, just look how it shines. Thank you ever so... Say, aren't you curious who I want to meet? Well, I'll tell you. My mother and father. I don't even know what they look. Not to say I'm unhappy at the gracious hand, of course. But I want to tell them how grateful I am that they... Oh, it's so shiny. Oh, Hoya Risen. You'll help me again.
Miss Daphne seemed pleased with our efforts. Mayhap we ought to pay her another visit sometime soon.
True enough.
Still a while to go before my shift's over.
Mayhap you'll learn aught of this scoundrel who would claim your title if you attend a palace masquerade. Onward to Vernworth Castle. I'd gladly accompany you into the palace if I could, Master, but my kind are only permitted as far as the entrance.
The guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Everyone.
Trade favors the patient, I always say.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Good. We're here.
We shall wait here till your business is done.
Perchance you've heard.
The Sovereign, wounded in glorious indeed.
If you must go off on your own, there's naught to be done. I only hope you'll return sooner rather than later.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
Mayhap you've been misinformed, sir. But there isn't to be a masquerade this day. Mayhap you've been misinformed, sir. But there isn't. Sign that all is well.
To get up on
the
stage
perfect
with
spot to sit and
backache
think
like
a while.
this.
This is why I always puts me in a context.
My list of duties grows e'er longer.
I'll feel a sight better once I've had my dinner.
Need to keep moving. Do it. Suppose.
I should very much like to rejoin you, Master.
Slim pickings of legs.
But dreams are free,
Why, you there? Your presence is requested at the tavern. Who's the one requesting? I didn't ask. 'Tis none of my concern. The fellow said aught about the usual...
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen I bear word from Regent Ken Sven, Your Majesty. He espied the delivery of a suspicious package to a man named Allard. A minister who happens to be one of the Queen Regent's staunchest and most powerful allies in the palace. From the pains he took to remain on scene, 'tis plain that Allard wished this delivery kept away from prying eyes. That alone is reason to suspect a connection to Deeza's schemes. We must get to the bottom of it. The Regent Kin intends to call Allard to his chambers come nightfall. He bids you to use this opportunity to search the Minister's chambers and see if there's aught to be learned. What say you? I shall ensure that the door to the Minister's chambers is open between midnight and dawn. Pray. You...
Nothing?
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's... There is one other. Masquerades being as they are, you will require suitable raiment. Much is made of appearances at such gatherings. Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? Do not forget that we work to serve the citizenry. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to... Do not forget that we work to serve the city.